Yeah, welcome to Raw Sports Radio. Today's topic, man, we want to talk about which teams won during the trade deadline. So we just want to do a recap on last week's trade or this week's trade. I'm here today with the host, Straight Talk Ted and Natural Born Terry, and we're gonna chop it up and give our opinions on and perspectives on which teams really won that in their trades. So first, man, we're gonna cover the Lakers. Ted, last week, me and you were talking about the Lakers trading Anthony Davis and Russ, you know. And at
Well, I
the
know.
time, I seen obnoxious saying that I would trade Anthony Davis because
Well,
availability is the best ability.
yeah,
Now,
right.
now, from what we've seen last night in the game last night, where Anthony Davis basically broke his ankle, I'm kind of looking, kind of kind of
Listen,
looking right here in the situation. Not
I mean, listen. I don't. I wish he wasn't hurt because I really think they need him to even try to even make the playoffs.
no
But
question.
unfortunately, man, the guy's been having a bad spell with getting injured. When he was playing for New Orleans as well, he was
Yeah,
getting hurt a lot. This guy, for some reason, can't stay on the court.
right.
Um, Now I know they were trying to also.
I lost faith in him, man. I just knew he wasn't gonna be able to be healthy when it really mattered in the
Well,
playoffs.
not for nothing. When I saw him play previously before he got hurt, he didn't look the same. I don't know if you guys noticed. He seemed like he was playing a little
You
gimpy.
did say that.
He didn't
A little
seem right.
tentative,
He looked very
Yeah, he did
exactly
say
very
that.
tentative. That's the word. The better word
timid,
to use.
timid.
Right.
You did right.
And so I now him getting hurt now is like wow, like maybe something was going on there. But in regards to entertaining, possibly trying to play trade Westbrook, I mean, yo, you got no choice now. You got to
Well,
have every guy that you can have play now because even though he was talking a lot of trade rumors, but I watched the game the other night against who they played the other night. It was against who they played last night. Lakers played against and they beat Utah Jazz. Okay, yo, he did all the little intangibles, man. That I was like, you know what, the guy, you see that he's engaged. He wants to play. He wants to be there. And
right.
so you
That's
can't talk about trading this guy now because the deadline is over with now. You got to go what you
right.
got to go with.
And let me hold that thought. But according to the reports, the Los Angeles Lakers, Dave, I think it was Dave McMenamin who said the Los Angeles Lakers could have traded John Wall. They could have added John Wall and Christian Wood before the trade deadline. Let me get to it. It said McMenamin. He said there was an iter- he said there was an alteration of John Wall trade that included Christian Wood that would have involved more money. I've been told from other sources in Houston that there was a message that the Lakers were not willing to take on more money. That was the only reason why that trade didn't happen. They said that he could just to summarize it. They said that who was they going to add in the trade? Basically, they could have kept AD and added in Christian Wood. From what I was reading earlier,
Well,
they
you
would
know
have had
what?
to give up Westbrook.
The only thing with that, it sounds okay, but we talking about guys that can't stay on the court. Yeah, I mean John Wall. He's a hell of a player, but can
Oh
he?
no, no Christian Wood. Christian Wood is a durable
It's
player.
fine,
I, I,
but
I believe what's his name was in that discussion as well for the Lakers. Eric Gordon.
Yeah,
Eric
I
Gordon.
wanted Eric Gordon. That's what I wanted. I feel like they should have traded for Eric Gordon and Christian Wood and shipped Anthony Davis down. This was before pre-injury,
But let me ask you something.
this was
It's,
before the
it's
trade deadline. But
obviously
that
obviously
didn't
Eric
happen.
Gordon is hurt, right? He's injured.
Nah.
No,
No, Eric Gordon's playing. He's
he's
playing.
playing.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, they said in the conversation, they also revealed that the Lakers could swap draft picks with the Rockets, meaning they could have shipped Westbrook to H-Town without compromising that first rounder.
Okay.
It seems like the Lakers front office doesn't want to give up Russell Westbrook experiment and would give it another chance. So they said they want to add another piece via the buyout market, but it's hard to find a piece that could have the same impact as John Wall would have. So
See, the
I
only
don't know. I think the Lakers dropped the ball on that one because they wouldn't have had to give up much to bring in John Wall and Christian Wood, even if they would have asked for Eric Gordon contract. So they won't have to take on more money. They could have worked it out.
It sounds like the Lakers. To me, it sounds like the Lakers is preparing for. Okay, LeBron's leaving. We're gonna go forward with Westbrook, and possibly still give us some star power to make something happen. Is what it sounds like to me from what it looks like.
It sounds like they're having like some kind of maybe like some kind of like clearance sale or something, like, you're getting ready for LeBron to leave.
Yeah,
and we getting ready for, because let me tell you something. LeBron, I know he said that he wants to play with his son and everything like that. I don't know how long. I don't know if his son is. I mean, like I said, I've seen his son on some videos and playing in his high school. I don't know how long before his son can even get to the league, man. I don't know if he's even ready for that yet. You know what I'm saying? So he may be in the G League for a little while, but as far as like him playing with his dad, I don't know. That's a stretch for me, I think. You know what I mean? I would love to see that happen. I think it'd be a great story, but I don't know if his son is really that good. I mean, what do you think, guys?
He's not.
You know?
Definitely not. I mean, he's getting dominated
is he top
by
100 in his own class?
That's a good question. I really don't know. I don't know.
Is he top 100 within his own class? Because
top 100,
I know a lot of people don't know this.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that this goes on in high school basketball, but there's a lot of things. There's something that goes on called reclassifications, where kids is failing classes in general, and then they reclass and they play again against a lesser competition.
Right.
Kids are reclassing. That's happening nowadays.
Well, let me ask you a question. When you talk about reclassing, right? Does that add up to them actually playing an extra year of basketball in high school?
It can.
Because let me tell you something. It's funny you mentioned that, Jay. I was telling somebody the other day, a friend of mine, when you start talking about like a year difference between like a junior and a senior, and a guy gets another extra year to play, he's a lot more stronger than the guy that's coming up. And he has a distinctive advantage. So
put it like this, say.
Hey, what was the question again, Ted, about a year extra?
Well, what I was saying was this. Terry was talking about reclassifying guys, right? And I wanted
so they
to
get into college, faster.
Right. But I was wondering, because I know a lot of guys go to like these prep schools.
These prep schools.
They go Division I, they get an extra year of high school. But then also these prep schools are playing regular high schools, and I'm saying to myself, like, these prep schools have an advantage because these guys are a year stronger. Okay,
they're technically college kids.
Exactly.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. When kids are born at a certain time and they have even 6 months of advantage before a guy who's younger than them, you can see the difference. You can see the in strength. You can see the difference in mentality. You can see the difference. I'm telling you.
It's a real thing that goes on.
Yeah, it's a real thing that goes on, man. And so regarding like what Terry said, is his son being reclassified? I don't know. I know one thing. I'll tell you this much: from when he was playing as a freshman and sophomore to now as a junior, the boy put on a lot of muscle.
The boy has physically. He
physically got like diesel, bro. I'm like, where the hell? But then again, his father is been doing this for years, so it makes sense that his son would know what to do because his father's been doing it for years.
Right.
Yeah. I think he'll make the league.
Go ahead, Ted.
I think he'll make the league.
Yeah, you think he'll make the league?
I think he'll make it. As far as how far he will go and what he'll be, that's still yet to see. It's through history looking at it.
Right.
Not too many NBA star players did their kid come in and their kid was that great.
Oh, it's going to be nepotism. I mean, he might not even deserve to crack an NBA roster. He might be a G League player, but even if he's a G League player and he don't get drafted, he becomes
talking about the G League, right?
LeBron is going to pull him up from the G League. No problem, no question about that.
You see Dwayne Wade's son in the G League.
The Wade's son is deserving. He's nice. He's really nice.
His son is nice. He's doing his thing. Yeah. But let me tell you something. That G League, it ain't like the old league before, up and coming. These dudes are hungry in the G League now. It's not like before.
Oh yeah, this G League different.
It's different. It's different because you got a lot of dudes that are playing for only a couple of spots a year. Let's be honest. The G League is developing guys. Okay, it's a farm system. But let me tell you something. It's not like back in the day, man, when Isaiah was running it and all that. It's totally different now. It's totally different.
Yeah. Hey, not to dwell on the past, man, but just, based off the report, I mean, I feel like the Lakers could have added in the extra. They could have added Anthony Davis in the trade and made the money work if they really wanted to take make a shot
Lakers,
and run at the playoff. Because you got John Wall, Christian Woods, Eric Gordon. You could have shipped them for Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook, since they seem to be the problem. Even if I simulate the trade here,
right?
Damn. Yeah, because the trade deadline already passed, but the contracts are both $47 million. But if I would have did this trade before the trade deadline, it would have worked out. But yeah, so
right.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Lakers, they botched that, man, on trade deadline. So
I mean,
Rob is not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know Rob, he's done a good job so far up to this point, but right now, it's not looking good for the Lakers. There must be some internal issues going on.
Right.
Like you said,
look at it like this, man. Hindsight is 2020. Nobody thought that Anthony Davis was going to get hurt like he did again. Okay, we wasn't predicting that. We knew there's a possibility. But
we knew it was a possibility. We were hoping for the best.
We was hoping for the best. Exactly. We was hoping for the best.
Hey, I was predicting it, Ted. I was predicting it.
You predicted it? Okay.
Hell yeah, because Anthony Davis is a way better player. He's a better player than Christian Wood. So why would I be trying to trade, saying, "Oh man, I hope the Lakers trade him for Christian Wood"? Because I seen this shit coming. The man is fragile, man.
Yo, I mean,
that boy glass man made out of glass.
Yeah, man, he need to be like they say. He need to be in a straitjacket. That's the only way that motherfucker stay healthy.
Oh shit, yo, man, you see social media. Social media been beating him up all day, man.
Yeah, I'm just repeating.
It's sad because I said it earlier this week. I said the most time you see Anthony Davis spend time on the floor is he's physically on the floor, literally laying down on the ground.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And it's crazy.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Speaking of that,
yeah, go ahead.
That with the injuries, it seems like Dallas decided to move on from Kristaps Porzingis in a trade to the Wizards, where they brought back Dinwiddie.
Great.
And they brought back Davis Bertans, I believe. Yeah.
I watched some of Dallas play the other night, and it seemed like Dinwiddie just like seamlessly fit right in, man. I watched him play tonight.
Right. But with the thing with Porzingis, though, it's funny how they call him the unicorn. I mean, to me, I feel like, like you say, man, he's the unicorn for a reason, because you never see that motherfucker, man. He always injured. Never on the court.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, man. When he's effective, he's very effective. I mean, his height, shooting the way he does. I mean, certain games he played well.
I've never been high on Porzingis, even when he was a Knick. I've never been high on Porzingis. Me personally, if I was the Wizards, I feel like I traded too much. I feel like if I was giving up Dinwiddie to get Porzingis, and I gave up Montrezl Harrell in another deal, hell no.
Oh yeah, they did too, because they gave him. He went to Charlotte.
Yep.
Yeah, he went to Charlotte with LaMelo. Who did they get back from Charlotte?
They got back some guys that no one really know who they are.
I don't know who. Let me check and see who they got back.
I literally just watched it again. I see the trade. I can't remember their name for nothing. Some dude averaged 2 points a game.
Hey, Terry, don't feel bad, man. I tell Dave this all the time, man. The first thing is the eyesight, right? You got to wear glasses. Then it's the memory, and then you're wearing the diaper, bro. That's how it works, man. That's in that order.
Well, shit, I'm avoiding the diaper.
Yeah, man. You may not have no choice, but I'm telling you, that's how it works, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that trade, though, they didn't get much back from Montrez, but KP going there, I don't know how he's going to work with Kuzma. Their games both being predicated on the 3-point line.
I'm gonna put
right.
Oh, they got Ish Smith. They got Ish Smith for Montrezl Harrell and somebody else.
Yeah, they
Now,
got Ishmael and they got
what's-
the rookie. The rookie center from Carolina, I forgot his name.
Right.
Vernon
Okay.
Carey. Vernon
Okay.
Carey Jr.
Yeah.
But what's the story with Montrezl Harris always getting traded now? What's going on with that?
He a problem yeah, man. The attitude,
what's
man.
going on? Is he, he's such a hell of a player. He hustles. He does little intangibles, but now he's
Nobody
like
wear Reebok no
he's
more.
being traded.
He
Man,
want to wear
his
Reebok and nobody wear Reebok no more.
Wrong.
He says he's wearing Reebok.
Yeah, he want to wear Reebok and nobody wear Reebok no more.
Oh man, yeah.
Now Montrez, I like Montrez, but he just, I guess his personality just don't fit everybody, man.
Apparently, obviously, there's something up with that. I know when he played for the Clippers, man. At times, when Paul, he was very outspoken. He was like, "Yo, you dudes are not doing what you're supposed to do." And I remember there was some moments of arguments on the court with some of the other guys. Man, he was very adamant.
The thing is, you know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people don't like that. Some people just not that kind of individual to where you can approach them and say, "Yo, you," and they have that response. Some people they hear that and they ball up timid. You know, it all depends. You know, but Montrez, if you really want to know, look at the way he played.
Yeah,
The way he plays, say it all about how he is. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna do my work, and I'm gonna work hard.
Yep,
you work hard, man. Fuck your feelings, right?
Your feelings ain't gonna win the game, man.
Ain't gonna win the game, man.
No, that's not gonna win the game. You're right.
Your feelings ain't gonna win the game.
I respect him for that because, like I said, the times that I watch him play, he's giving 100% effort, man. He's playing both sides of the court,
diving for the ball, all kind of things.
He's doing the things that a lot of guys don't really
do no more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
a lot of moves.
He got that Detroit mentality. Detroit, Miami play hard. You know what I'm saying? Philly type of mentality where they play hard, man. You know, like the Knicks, he probably would do well in the Knicks organization.
Oh, because the coach would love him, man. Because Thibodeau like defensive players.
Yeah, because Thibodeau gonna play you for 40 out of 40 minutes.
Yeah. You hustle. You play D. You stay on the court with Thibodeau. But you heard. I mean,
he on the hot seat.
How do y'all think Porzingis would fare out with the Wizards, though? Just to conclude that.
Well, listen, man. They don't have what you call it playing, right? He's out for an indefinite time, right?
Bill's out.
He's out, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so you could use that outside shot, but Terry put up a good point. You got two guys that basically do the same kind of game. This is almost similar to Boston with Brown and Tatum. You got Porzingis and you got Kuzma. They basically do the same damn thing.
Kuzma ain't on no level of Porzingis, man.
No, but they're on the same level. But what they want to, their tendencies on the court are the same.
Yeah.
They shooting the three, but Kuzma can't shoot the three at a high percentage like Porzingis, man.
No, but the thing is,
and now Porzingis got presence on defensive end if he decides to lock in on defense. Well, I remember the New York days. I know you don't really like him like that because he stayed injured, but man, that man had New York in the playoffs by itself, man.
Well, listen, I liked him when he was in New York. I thought he played some of his best basketball in New York.
For real.
When he went to Dallas, he played. He wasn't
took a back seat. You see how he was D'ing Carmelo up when Carmelo was with the OKC. He took Carmelo, Russ, and Paul George and had them boys in the game. But Porzingis could really play, man. I think he get overlooked. He took a back.
Right.
He took a back seat to Luka. You know what I mean, to make the Luka system work.
Right.
And they put him on a perimeter. He really liked to get in that mid-range post and do his thing. But Porzingis, man, really still he got talent, man. It's just the health, staying healthy with him.
Yeah.
It's healthy and opportunity, really.
Yeah.
But to Kuzma's defense, though, let me tell you, to Kuzma's defense, he's playing some of his best basketball now too. I mean, not for nothing. Let's be honest. He's playing a lot different than when he's playing for the Lakers. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, but you ain't got the spotlight
like that. 3 or 4 year player out of Utah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I think that goes back to
a lot less pressure on him.
he ain't gonna be but so good. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get but so much out of a 4-year player, man.
Well, see what it
in
is.
my opinion, I know it's kind of
You touched on this
generalizing,
last
but
time.
yeah.
You gotta let guys time to develop, man. We talked about it a lot, guys. You gotta let these guys. I mean, every so often you get one of these guys at a diamond roof that can play plug and play right away. But everybody else, you gotta give them time to develop and play.
Look at how long Chris Middleton been around. People forget Chris Middleton was in Detroit when Rodney Stuckey and them were there.
Yeah.
So it took him a minute to develop to where he's at now.
Right.
Yeah, but Kuzma or Middleton would never be a top 15 player. Never. I see that in Porzingis.
Top 15.
Kuzma is very young, man, and he has a lot of.
I don't see Porzingis in that. I can't get now.
He can.
Hey, look,
he got time.
Porzingis was that in New York, though, man. He was that in New York.
Who?
What it was it was the Jeremy Lin effect. They weren't used to him. They got used to him, and now we see what it is.
You can say that. I mean, but look, you see how Porzingis was schooling Dirk. Dirk was old, but he a better version of Dirk. If you ask me, he can be. All right, I think.
Whoa!
Yeah, I might be.
Hey!
I'm just saying,
Dave, man, come on, Dave.
Look, even Dirk.
If you would have said Rick Smits, I would have agreed.
Starting out in his early years, to see, look, y'all comparing Dirk, y'all comparing them to the prime Dirk though. Dirk had to work up to that. You know what I'm saying? Like people said I was crazy.
That's a good point.
People said I was crazy when I said Trae Young was playing better than Steph Curry. You know what I mean? When Steph Curry came in the league, people act like Steph Curry was always what he's been since the year 2016. Nah, he worked up to that. He stayed injured for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Sitting behind that bench behind Monte for a minute.
Yeah, but I seen him at Davidson, and I seen Trae Young at Oklahoma, and Trae Young is a way more polished, point guard. He was way more polished.
I think the point Trae made a good point, because I think, like you said, Ellis was still in the league at the time, right? When Curry came in, right?
Yep.
Right, and then I believe Mark Jackson was the coach.
Oh, Monte Ellis.
Monte Ellis, right, was still there, but then also Mark Jackson had just got the job like the previous year afterwards, right? Yeah. So now you got all this stuff going on. I always thought Curry could play. I didn't think that he would get to the point where he's at now. I'm not gonna lie. I saw him at Davidson. I thought he was like doing his thing, but I thought he was gonna be an overachiever. But man, I stand corrected.
I thought he was gonna come in and he'd have a solid career. I didn't expect him to be what he is.
I didn't expect him to be this
at all.
I didn't expect him to be this either, but what I did expect for him to do, I thought the man was going to be the best three-point shooter ever, man, from what I've seen in college. I'm telling you, if you are, look, but if both of y'all, if y'all would have seen him in college.
I was watching Davis. I was watching that tournament. I was in high school.
No, I'm talking about before the damn tournament. The arcs and shit that he used to put on the balls, that shit was crazy. That was on another level, bro. There ain't no regular three-point shooting shit.
It's funny you mentioned that. You look at his
trajectory that was on them balls. It was just on a whole nother level. I seen that shit coming. I just ain't know. I just said that this dude, he gonna have a hard time keeping the starting position because he's a tweener. He's not really a point guard or a shoot. He's too little to be a shooting guard. So I didn't know how he was gonna carve himself into a roster. I just said that this motherfucker gonna be the best three-point shooter we ever seen. But I didn't know if he was gonna be. I didn't know he was gonna be what he is right now.
Well, put it like this. Look, it starts from his father. If you remember his father was a hell of a shooter.
Yeah.
His father was.
Dell was a hell of a shooter. Stand still.
He was a hell of a shooter. Now,
right? But he wasn't the point guard that Curry is right now. With the movement.
If you look at Curry's shot, his shot is like what you're gonna start seeing from this point going forward. People going to train these kids to do. His shot is not a conventional jump. His shot is not a conventional.
Chris Jackson? Chris Jackson out of LSU.
Yeah, but you know that Chris Paul.
But he had the wrist.
Chris Paul used to work with us.
Yeah.
It was a turning point. Like Chris Paul used to work with Steph Curry every summer. They're both from North Carolina and the western part of North Carolina. So they trained every summer together. Yeah, but then it became that point where that shit backfired on Chris Paul and Steph Curry was putting him in the blender out there with his own moves.
Look,
Like, damn.
Look at Steph's shot, and you can compare him to all the guards in the league. His shot is uniquely different than everybody in the league. His shot is more more like this. It's a shot. Exactly. All right.
That's what I'm telling you. He had that same shot in college, man.
Chris Jackson is like this, strong wrist, boom, boom.
Right.
Chris Paul, same thing. But his shot is different, and you're gonna see guys from this point going forward trying to learn that technique. It's more like
Trae Young already imitating
it, man.
Look
at
Trae Young already imitating it. You see
quickly from the Knicks.
Only guy that has a close shot, and you just mentioned the guy, is Trae Young. Trae Young shot is probably the closest you're gonna see towards Steph's shot because it got that trajectory up shot and it's natural. Boom. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's nobody in the league shooting like that. Think about it. There's nobody in the league, even two guards are not even shooting like that.
Those guys have mastered the art of shooting.
Right.
Yeah. I'm telling you, his technique is different. I mean, you look at his father's shot, it's not even close to where Steph's shot is. His father shoots totally different.
You ever seen compare Steph and Seth?
If you watch enough of them in college,
yep.
I'm gonna tell you, man. If you watch enough as far as the shooting aspect, not the whole arsenal, but if you watch them in college, this would be no surprise to you, man. I was watching the local games. I was in Carolina at the time, so I seen all the Davidson games. I remember the point guard, Jason, Richardson.
Right.
I remember all those. I remember the team he had on there with the African dude at the center. I remember those games when they was playing Tar Heels and shit like that, and the dude was just out playing Tyler Hansborough, who was the most hyped. You know what I'm saying at the time.
Well, going back
this
to
is no surprise.
Think about
Bully and Hansborough. I remember that game.
Yeah, I remember that game as well. But let me ask you guys something. We're talking about the Steph shot again, right? Now, remember the old footage when you want to see old timers play? Like we're talking about back in the days. Look at how the guards shoot back then, and you look at Steph Curry's shot now. It's almost as if it's been modernized with his technique. Think about it. Remember the guys they shot like that back in the day, up high arcs. He finessed it and said, I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna put my twist on it. Whoever the shot doctor that he got did a great job. Let me tell you something. His shot is different, and it has that arc, man. Like. It's like he doesn't even have to when a guy shoots like this,
all muscle memory.
It's totally different. You know what I'm saying? Just use your legs.
But we got a little off track, but we was just talking about Porzingis. But I do think if Porzingis can become healthy, he can become a version of Dirk, man. I do feel like that. But that's that with the Wizards. That's that.
A big lot, Dirk.
Dirk had a special. Remember the guy that was training Dirk? He was like
Hans. The German dude.
That dude was like the shoot doctor, bro. He trained them to shoot that way for years.
It was on Netflix. It was a documentary on
Netflix about that. Yeah, man.
It was on Netflix. It was called. It was weird. It was weird.
It was weird. The shots, the kind of things he had him doing.
Hey, it was effective though.
Yeah.
It was practicing awkward. That's it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I gotta go check that out. So with that lineup, so now who do they got at point since they traded away to Wendy? Would it be Ish Smith?
Probably might be Ish Smith.
It'll be Ish for now.
Yeah.
Ish Smith. Then when Bill come back, you'll have him at the 2. So what about at the small forward position? Who would they have? Will it be Danny Adija or Denny Adija? If I'm pronouncing his name right. Denny Avdija, I think that's his name.
I know you talking about.
I think it's either him or Bryant.
Bryant is the center.
Then they got to be running either Kuzma or that dude.
It's going to be either him or Caldwell Pope.
Oh yeah, they do have Caldwell Pope.
Caldwell Pope. Okay, yeah.
I mean, I think they. Because Avdija was a high draft pick, man. I think they're going to invest in him. So I can see, and he can facilitate a little bit too, because they were trying to say he was going to be like sort of like a glimpse of Luka.
And they got what's his name?
And then
from Gonzaga. Hachimura.
Oh yeah, Chris. Yeah, I know you're talking about Corey Chris. I forgot his name.
And they got Gafford.
Gafford is that's a center.
Yeah, they got Gafford, Hachimura. Okay.
Yeah, his contract expired after the season. Hachimura.
Well, you can tell when guys are playing for a contract.
And they didn't even resign.
It's very obvious when they're in their second year and they're going into their third year and they playing for that, that extension or a new contract because they putting out numbers. They doing their thing. Every third year player that wants to stay in the league is important to get that contract.
Putting up numbers.
Yeah,
man.
Corey Kispert. That's what you were talking about, right? Corey Kispert. So yeah, man. So like we said, I'm looking at it now. It was Ish Smith at point, Contavious Caldwell stepping in for the 2 for Bradley Beal, Denia Avdija, and then you got Kyle Kuzma because I don't know if Kristaps is healthy right now. Is he in the lineup? He could.
I don't know. I didn't see him play tonight. I don't think so.
But I know that 4th spot is going to end up being his, and then at the center you got Thomas Bryant when he come back. Thomas Bryant can ball, man. But that's pretty much it for the Wizards roster.
Okay.
So what do you guys think about the Mavs who they partnered with in the trade? They got who was that? They got Dinwiddie as Dinwiddie, and they got Davis Bertans. So
well, I can tell you that Dinwiddie's going to contribute. He's doing it. He played tonight. He's contributing quick and fast. He's coming in seamlessly. He's plug and play. So Dinwiddie's playing already. He's contributing.
He's playing well. He's going to be plug and play. He makes plays and moves the ball well.
Yeah, and he's especially recovering from the knee injuries that he had. He's doing real well, man. Yeah, definitely.
So Porzingis is going to play the 2, right? Or is he going to continue to play the 3?
He's like a 2 or 3 guy. Yeah, depending on what the matchups are that night. Yeah.
If they got Tim Hardaway in there, so.
Yeah, if they got Hardaway in there.
Yeah.
Well, I know they got Brunson
because they play like a small ball lineup, and
That's effective for them though.
Yeah.
That it's funny how you got Luka bringing the ball up, and you got Brunson playing off the ball.
Which is backwards.
Yeah, which is backwards. He's the smallest guy on the court, but he's.
But they don't have a solid center at that position though.
Did they get rid of Dwight Powell?
No, they still got him.
Yeah, he's still there. He's a small center.
He's a tweener, yeah.
Yeah, he's a small center.
I think going forward, if they're gonna do something, man, they're gonna have to get a solid center, man. Because they seem to be one of small. Huh?
They had Cauley Stein too.
Yeah,
they got rid of him.
Where's he at now?
Who knows, man?
Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere out there.
I mean, they roster to me, man. They roster trash, man. I hate to say it like that. Sorry, Mavs fan, but the roster is trash. It is, man. You don't have a center or a power forward really. Well, you got Davis Bertans, he's not gonna rebound that much. He's gonna stretch the floor for you, definitely.
Their team is more geared to shoot jump shots. If you think about it,
right? But who's gonna rebound for them?
That's the typical Dallas Mavericks team. Think back to Nash, Finley,
right? Yeah. Luka down there in the paint.
Rafe LaFrance.
Yeah,
they all shooting threes.
Yeah,
that's right. You're right. Yeah,
that's typical Mavs basketball. We're gonna shoot some threes.
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna be.
What's up with your Celtics, man?
Well, it seems to me I watched them. They had an 11-game winning streak. Okay, Brown putting up numbers. All right, and then all of a sudden, man, they hit this bump in the road against Detroit the other night.
I'm gonna be a little positive, man. I mean, a little optimistic. I'm gonna be a little more, be optimistic because I think because y'all got what was the guy from Houston they had before the center? Y'all got him back.
Got Thies back. Thies. What's his name? Tice.
Yeah, y'all got Daniel Tice back.
Yeah.
So that might help out.
Which to me is like circling the wagons. I'm like, why you? I mean, Why are you bringing this guy back? You should never got rid of him to begin with. If that was the case,
Right. Another
You
guy
know,
they got rid of
Horford.
was Horford, and they brought him back too. So they learned.
Yeah.
They
So like,
did
what the hell? What are you doing? Like, what the hell's
And
going on?
Cantor. And they did it with Cantor.
Yo.
Yeah.
But
And they brought Pickett.
yeah,
So
the
you
biggest
got a
guy,
point
the biggest guy in the building, you got rid of.
Right. Who was that? Cantor or Horford?
No, the biggest guy in the building, bigger than
Taco
all of them.
Fall.
Taco Falls. You got rid of him.
Yeah, but bro, I don't
I'm
see him
sorry.
taking the
I
top
don't
lineup,
listen.
right?
I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah,
That
he's
guy,
good.
you could have used that guy. I don't care what
Definitely.
no.
Hey,
Listen,
everybody
use that
needs a
guy.
scratching post to get dunked on, bro.
And what you
Listen.
say, Cat?
Everybody got to be. Somebody got to be a scratching post to get dunked on, bro.
Well, not only that, but listen.
Frederick
If-
Weiss did it for
listen,
Vince Carter.
listen, if I was a head coach in the league and I had a guy that does not even have to jump off the floor to dunk it, just get him in the position to teach him on that, I'm going to use that guy. I mean, look at the guy from Dallas, okay?
You know,
The big fella. That's
Boban?
there. What's his
Boban?
name? Boban.
Boban
Yeah,
got
man.
steal.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
you know,
that's the next Boban right there. And he's bigger than Boban. He's bigger than him.
that's true.
Come on, man.
Who is
Eh.
the
You
Celtics
can't
got rid
teach
of
height, man.
another?
You can't teach height. You can't teach height. Come on.
Yeah, the Celtics got rid of another big man they shouldn't have got rid of.
Who?
That he was a guy that'd go in there, didn't mind getting dirty. What was it? Aaron Baines.
Okay.
Aaron
Did
Baines.
they get
let
rid of
him
Smart?
Nah, they kept Smart, right?
Yeah, Aaron Baines. They kept Smart, but they let go. Aaron Baines go to the Suns. And now I don't know who he with now.
Well,
but
because that dude is playing center. The kid with the dreads is playing center for them now. He's playing some good
Robert
ball.
Williams.
Yeah, Robert Williams.
Williams.
He's playing okay. He's playing
Right,
okay.
right.
He's not playing bad. He's blocking shots. He's more engaged. But like I said,
But you know where they fucked up at?
What?
They let go. They let the point guard. What was his name? Dennis Schroeder go.
Yo, they got rid of Schroeder?
Yeah, I think they let Schroeder
Schroeder
go.
went to Houston.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why we had to come back on here, man. A lot of shit been happening.
Well, let me tell you something, man. Schroeder made some mistakes in his own way by not keep taking that Lakers contract. I don't know what the hell that was about.
He's got tricking himself.
Yeah, I'm not leaving money on the table for anybody. Okay, he walked away from millions of dollars for whatever choice, whatever reason. That's his choice. But he still could be playing for the Lakers, and they can sure use him right now. But I'm surprised the Celtics got rid of him. Maybe he wasn't a fit. I don't know. I really don't know what they're doing. Remember, Danny Ainge is not there now. The former head coach is the guy that's making all the
Brad
decisions
Stevens.
now. Brad
Well,
Stevens. So I don't know. You know.
In forms of Schroeder, whether he took that money with the Lakers or didn't take that money with the Lakers, he in the exact same spot he would be in Boston or LA. He in the same spot no matter what.
Yeah, but I'd rather be in that same spot with more money in my pocket, though.
Yeah, he's 70 million lighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And now, so you look at what they got now. You got Smart still there, who I thought I didn't want to get traded because he's a defensive guy.
He's the glue,
okay?
man. He's the heart. Yeah.
But you got Brown and Tatum, and like I said,
He's
these guys.
Nick Collison.
Like I said, can you guys? I mean, maybe you guys can help me out here. You guys know, very knowledgeable. Has there been an NBA team that won a championship with two superstar forwards? Please name me one team.
Lakers.
Yeah,
The Lakers.
That's my point.
I know you don't like me saying it, but the Lakers.
The Lakers.
Wait. What two superstar forwards? I mean, who are you gonna say?
Magic and Worthy.
Stop with the Magic stuff. Come on,
Magic
man.
and
Stop
Worthy,
saying
man.
that. Come on, man. Stop saying Magic
Magic
forward.
and Worthy.
He ain't go forward, man. We all know Magic's a point guard. Now you gonna say James
Worthy and
who else?
Cooper?
James Worthy, who else?
Worthy
You
and
gonna say
Cooper?
Sam Perkins?
Nah, Cooper
Sam
ain't no
Perkins, he was a
superstar.
role player. He was
He
good,
was
but he was a role
special.
player.
He's
Who you
a
gonna say?
hell of a player.
McAdoo? McAdoo was almost way out the league, but he still got a championship. Who we gonna talk about?
Oh,
There's no team in NBA history that's right there.
we didn't even have to go that far. We could have just stayed right on your team with the Celtics, Cornbread, Maxwell, Cedric Maxwell, and Bird. There you go.
Okay, you know what? You know what?
Cornbread.
Cornbread was a bad boy. You know, he never get the recognition that he deserves too. That's sad. Because
was Dennis a superstar in his own right?
Who?
Dennis Rodman a superstar in his own right?
And
listen, and as far as rebounding stars, he was a god. Yeah,
on the defense end, damn right.
He was a god. Yeah. Dennis Rodman was a fucking god. Yeah. There's certain people that they got some special guys that do special things.
It can work, Terry, and then you forget. I mean, I don't know how long you've been a Celtics fan, but you can go all the way back to the '60s with John Havlicek and Tommy Heinsohn.
Tom Havlicek was a god, right?
Tommy Heinsohn, both of them was like small forwards out of position.
I don't know about Havlicek. Havlicek was a god, bro.
Havlicek was a god.
Well, Havlicek was a god, bro. I know that.
Havlicek was a small forward, right?
No.
Let me tell you. It was what was the coach for them in the 70s? What's that guard?
Well,
huh?
Do you remember that?
No, hold on. They had that point guard, the defensive point guard. I forgot his name. The black dude who became the coach later on in the 80s.
You talking about the one that passed away recently? Talking about, right?
Sam Jones was a shooting guard. I was gonna get to it, but they had that point guard, and then they had Sam Jones at the 2 guard. Havlicek was a 3 guard. He was at the 3 at the 4.
Cousy?
No. It was the other guy, the defensive guy. I'll tell you in a second.
I'm telling you, Havlicek was a guard. Because remember that famous play when he steals the ball?
Totally my Havlicek.
Yeah, and he dribbles the ball out and dribbles the timeout. Remember that play?
It was Casey Jones. Casey Jones was the
point
guard.
Right. Casey Jones, yeah.
He was the one. Sam Jones was at the 2. Havlicek was at the 3. Tommy Heinsohn was at the 4, and Bill Russell was at the 5.
So where was Bob Cousy at all that?
Who?
I was gonna say, where's Cousy in that?
Where's Bob Cousy at and all that? Come on, where's Bob Cousy?
He already retired at that point.
You sure about that?
Yeah, because actually KC Jones was backing him up. Cousy was at the 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you still think Havlicek was a forward?
Havlicek probably moved to the guard position. He was in the 70s, but in the 60s he was a small forward, and they won championships. That's my point.
Yeah, but we're talking about. All right, I'm not saying Havlicek wasn't a superstar. We're talking about 2 bona fide.
He was a superstar, bro.
Superstars.
He might have been a quiet superstar like Kawhi Leonard, but he was a superstar. Havlicek was a superstar.
We gotta define what a superstar is, man.
I can't think of one.
Okay, listen.
For that definition, Ted said I can't think of 2.
Hey, that's all I'm saying.
Hey, look, but who won the championship?
Kobe and Powell.
74 and 76. That was Havlicek and Cohen.
Right.
JoJo White on that too, but that was Havlicek's team.
Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna help you out here, Dave. Now, if you want to talk about that Boston, we're talking about that Boston squad back in the day. Now, you could possibly say Kevin McHale and Larry Bird, because Kevin McHale was a superstar.
No.
I'm just helping you out.
No, you going?
No, I'm talking about the 70s. I'm talking about just in general 2 superstar forwards, because Kevin McHale was a superstar.
No. I was gonna say that too, but Kevin McHale was coming off the bench, but at that time, I mean later on in the 80s, he got that spot, top position over Cornbread.
The only thing I'm trying to say is that it's really hard.
What I'm saying is my point is that Havlicek might have moved to the 2 guard position in the 70s when in 74 and 76, but in the 60s when they was winning championships, he was at the small forward position, and Tommy Heinsohn was at the 4.
Kobe played the 3 a couple times now. Gasol didn't play the 4.
I don't know about that.
I know y'all got your Kobe balance out.
Hey, Terry, but do you know about Tommy Heinsohn in the 60s with time?
A little bit. I'm not gonna say I know a lot.
That's before my time.
That's before my time. But
that's probably where the misunderstanding coming from.
Huh?
Yeah, that's probably where the misunderstanding coming from then. Yeah, because Tommy Heinsohn was the 4. Actually, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
See, I remember Tommy Heinsohn for being the guy doing the play-by-play. That's Tommy Heinsohn. I remember.
Tommy Heinsohn was the leading scorer for Boston.
Yeah, he was tough. I remember hearing things
for years. He was the leading scorer. Then you had Sam Jones step up a couple of those years also. Even though
Was Tiny Archibald playing later on? Like later on after that?
That was in
Tiny
the 70s though. That was in the late
right?
70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But like I said,
You're not
going to have that combination like you have with the Celtics now. And you can't tell me any teams. I mean, you resting on what you said. I got
point guard, man. That's all that. You need a good point guard. That's what it goes back.
You need a bona fide. You need a bona fide 4, or you need
They need Rondo, man.
Center.
That's what they need. Let Rondo retire and let him come back home and retire.
That might not be a bad look.
People sleep on Rondo a lot.
Sleeping, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they snoring on that motherfucker, boy.
Let me tell you something. Yo, it depending on who's running your team, like this kid that's there now, the kid from Ohio State,
Rondo,
the point guard they got. Okay, he's not bad. He's not bad at all. But that new coach that came in probably said, "Listen, you're going to be getting spot minutes because you're not going to be
from Ohio State."
Is the point guard? What's the point guard they got from Ohio State, right?
You talking about the guy from Oregon, the coach son?
Is it Oregon? Oh, I'm sorry, Oregon. You're right. I apologize.
The coach's son.
What's his name? Pritchard, right?
Yeah, Pritchard.
Right. That kid can play. That kid can flat out play, and he can shoot.
Yeah,
but let me tell you something.
The coach at Oregon.
Right, but he's not.
I don't see him as being a starting point guard.
You don't?
I see a backup.
I see him as a TJ McConnell. Solid backup.
TJ McConnell, solid boy.
Solid backup.
Solid.
DJ Augustine, solid backup. But
let me tell you, DJ Augustine can start. I must say, I'm gonna go. He could be a starter because the boy can play. DJ Augustine can.
Y'all need to sign him. Y'all need to sign him, man. Hopefully, you get a buyout from Houston.
Who?
DJ Augustine.
Yeah, he should.
Hopefully, he get a buyout. Y'all can sign him, but y'all complain about little guards. You complain about Kemba.
Listen, man. Listen. Let's be honest about Kemba. I watched that playoff when Kemba was playing. He was a defensive line. I like Kemba Walker. He's from New York. Come on, man. I'm rooting for that guy all day.
He's on my Knicks, but he's a liability. And since Derrick Rose went down, we haven't been the same.
Yeah, I mean, Kemba. A lot of teams.
DJ Augustine, tell everybody why DJ Augustine wouldn't be a defensive liability opposed to Kemba, being that he's shorter. Why wouldn't he be?
Well, first of all, I think his stature, he's a little bit bigger than Kemba Walker. I don't think he's DJ Augustine.
He's a little more fiery, dude.
Yeah, he's a little bit more. Yeah, and I will say this: I think he shooting wise, he might even shoot better than Kemba a little bit. I'm not sure. I've seen Augustine light it up sometimes, so I like Kemba Walker too. I think Kemba Walker can do a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, they both could probably be liabilities on defense. Yeah.
They say DJ Augustine 5'11", but I always take an inch off in the NBA because they like to add an inch.
Well, if he's 5'11", if he's 5'11", what size do you think Kemba Walker is then?
Oh, they say Kemba Walker 6 feet, but they're around the same height.
With shoes on.
Yeah, I could do the NBA. See, I always go to the NBA draft height.
Well, when the combine have the best height, the combine will have the most official height.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, they got him 5'10" without shoes on. So.
Yeah, they got him at what?
5'10".
All right, so he's smaller than Augustine, right?
No, that's Augustine's height, 5'10" without.
So what's Kemba?
Kemba Walker is without shoes. Oh man, they said standing 5'11" and a half without shoes.
Or the milk crate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're gonna have some issues there with the Celtics if you want him on, guarding your ones, man. They're gonna have a field day with him, especially Westbrook if they ever meet.
Listen, I wish Kyrie Irving could have stayed there, but unfortunately it didn't work out. All right.
Nah, man. Like I said, you got the right guys. All you need is Rondo and Marcus Smart at that one position, and you got Pritchard backing them up. You got a lot of versatility at that guard position. All you need is Rondo. Bring him back, man. Let the man retire in style.
Nah, I think they moved on from the Rondo thing. I don't think he'll be able to come back there. I don't think so.
If
Rondo
Boston
will
was
get
to
them
make a
boys back
move,
playing their best basketball. He'll get them back. He'll get them right. That team chemistry will be right. Rondo is a coach on the floor.
Oh yeah, he's not he's a general, without a doubt, man.
but if Boston was to make a move, right? Say they was going to make a move, they was going to make something happen. Who would you get rid of?
You actually said that?
I would get rid of what's the guy that played for Tennessee who plays a forward, come off the bench for them. I would get rid of him.
Grant Williams.
I would get rid of him. I will include him in a trade. If it can upgrade, if it can upgrade the point guard situation,
Who would be ideal? Like when you look at that team, right, and you see you got two ball dominant guards like Tatum and Brown. What kind of point guard would you really need to fit with them is the question now.
Facts.
you gotta get. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You gotta get rid of one of those guys.
No, yeah.
You gotta get rid of one of those guys.
You would unless you have a Rondo.
Right.
You have to get rid of somebody. You're right. You got it. Somebody got to
get
go.
rid of somebody.
You don't got to get rid of nobody. All you need is Rondo, man. Trust me when I tell you. All you need is Rondo. You need two top scorers on your team, man. Who gonna put that offense out? So if you get rid of one of them in the combo, where you gonna get your offense from? Just Tatum alone? What?
Well, Brown alone?
Right now, if I was to make a choice of who one of those guys would leave, it would be Tatum.
I'm asking you, where else would you get your secondary offense from?
And who are you shopping him for? That's the question. Who are you gonna shop him for?
Well, the bottom line, they're gonna have to get either a bona fide center that can score, which is probably not a lot out there, or they got to get a point guard that can score.
Who would you have to shop him to Portland for Nurkic?
You can't get you right. You can't get.
You know what?
You can't get Chris Paul.
That I didn't think about that, Terry. I didn't think about that.
You're only gonna average you
I think you'd be a good fit.
Either you shop him for Nurkic, or you have to, or what's his name that played for the Magic, Vujacic.
Hey, you know what? How about you package that guy up and you bring Damian Lillard as well? And we get rid of Tatum. How about that instead of the Portland?
That would be interesting.
Yeah, how about that?
That would be an
interesting.
Get you
no damn championship though.
No, man, Dave, come on, man.
I don't think Dame will look right in a Boston jersey.
No, Dave will not look right in the Boston jersey at all. No.
I don't think he look right in Boston green.
Yeah, he's not a.
I'm telling you, man, y'all got some firepower on that team, man. You got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Let Rondo go in there and just work shit like a wizard, man. I'm telling you, man.
I like that one kid that got on the bench.
Who?
Kid Edwards.
Oh, Edwards is not bad. Yeah,
Edwards. I like him.
Yeah.
One from Purdue.
He reminds me of Eddie House.
Now he really a DJ Augustine, Ted.
He reminds me of Eddie House.
Oh, you talking about the kid that went to
Carson Edwards.
He came from Purdue.
Purdue. Yo, have you ever looked at that kid, man? He should be playing football. Yo, he's like a running back. You ever see that guy?
Yeah,
the kid from Purdue.
Man.
He had that one big game. He had that one big game.
Right?
Yeah,
Carson
man.
Edwards.
He like a fucking running back. The guy got legs like Earl Campbell, man. Look at this dude. He's playing basketball.
Man. Hey, man, but the man can shoot. He can shoot, though.
Yo, he had that one big game in the NCAA tournament for Purdue, man. He had like, 40-something points?
Yeah, but he's not a facilitator. He's not a facilitator.
He's
Eddie House. You bring him in, instant offense, let him cook, sit back down.
There's tons of stories of guys just like the kid from Purdue. You remember the guy from BYU? Remember him?
Oh yeah.
Woo! Flat out shoot.
What's
Never paying down the league. Huh?
Hey Terry, what's his name again?
Fredette.
Yeah, Jimmy Fredette.
Jimmy Fredette.
People forget about Jimmy Fredette.
Fredette, yeah, he used to play prison. He used to play prison ball. His dad used to bring him in there with
Matter
the prison.
Matter of fact, you know what? Ball. We'll take the guy from Orlando that the Knicks couldn't really develop. We'll take him. The kid from the kid that had the shoulder issue with his shoulder.
Markelle Fultz?
We'll take him. I'll take him in a minute.
Man, y'all could have took him on draft day. Why now?
I don't make those decisions. Like, I would have took him too. Sure. But I like that kid's game. He's tough.
Nah, man, that ain't gonna.
I like his game. I like his.
That ain't gonna work because that would diminish your scores because he's gonna be the focal point. I'm not saying he's more dominant, but I mean that could work though.
That's not Boston. That's not Boston. If you look at the way this team is playing, if you think about traditional Boston basketball, that's not Boston basketball. What you're saying, man? That's more me. I can shoot. You take a shot. I take a shot. That's not Boston basketball, man.
Right. That's why you need a Rondo. I keep saying it, man, over and over, man.
I don't know, Rondo. Do you think Rondo still got something left in the tank? I mean, maybe he does. I don't know. You think so?
Because Rondo, man, Rondo would actually he would help what's the point guard Marcus Smart. He would help him out.
Marcus Smart tried to be a facilitator.
He could kind of groom him a little bit. I know it seems kind of late in his career, but he could help groom him.
Do you remember the comments that Marcus Smart was making when they were playing in the bubble? When they got rocked by Miami Heat? Marcus Smart was the facilitator back then, and he said, "Yo, man," he said, we ain't playing right basketball." He did that right in the press conference, and they were like, "Yo, like what's going on with him?" But he was telling the truth, like, "Yo, we're not playing good fundamental basketball."
Said they ain't passing the ball, right? That was this year.
Yo, now that's also happening this year. They've been playing better. I mean, listen, when you win, all that shit is dead. When you winning games, when you start losing games, that's when the last start coming up.
They tolerate it when you're winning.
Yeah, when you're winning, we'll just choke it up and go out there and play. But when you're losing games, that's when guys start pointing fingers.
Yeah, man. So what's some of the other trades that happened? Because I know y'all made that deal with Houston. Y'all got back some pieces also.
Huh?
Y'all got back some pieces from. I think y'all got. No, y'all didn't. That's right. Y'all ended up not getting anything back from Houston.
Right.
Let's see what y'all got. Let's see what y'all got back for that. I don't think y'all got nothing back but some cash, I believe.
Yeah, man. We ain't getting nothing back, bro. We ain't getting nothing back. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. We ain't getting nothing back, bro.
Oh, yeah, y'all did. Because y'all got Daniel Theis. That's right.
Yeah, I mean.
And y'all got, and that's from another trade, y'all got Derek White. So.
Right.
Yep, y'all got Derek White and, oh, shit. Hell, no. They traded,
who?
Enes Kanter. Well, we call this up Enes Freedom.
Oh, Kanter? They got rid of Kanter. Oh, you changed his name?
Enes Freedom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And, yeah, y'all waived Jabari Parker, who I thought was a good piece last year.
No, it's sad, man, because that kid was something else coming out of high school, man. And
yeah,
once he had that knee injury, man, I mean, he was the man in Milwaukee at one point. And
he was, yeah.
Yeah, man, he got that injury, man. He never was the same again, man.
He was the best player on that team over Giannis at the time.
That's right.
Giannis was still developing. Kid was developing his
That's right.
dribbling.
Exactly.
That's what made Giannis' story a little
more. So they just waived him, or they just traded him?
They waived him.
Wow.
What about? Yeah, they waived him. Let's see. Somebody else was making some noise. I know Charlotte got Montreal Heralds. We went over that.
Right.
I know the Kings ended up getting who was that? The power forward from Duke, Marvin Bagley.
Oh, right. The Bagley guy. Yeah, he was having a rough stitches in Sacramento, but now, and he's another a good Kansas player from Kansas, man.
So with Marvin Bagley at the 4 and who was that? Jeremy Grant at the 4. Man, it must be a trade getting ready to happen. They must be getting ready to deal Jeremy Grant if Marvin Bagley work out.
Wait, isn't the trade deadline over?
No, I'm saying for the summertime.
Oh, for the summertime, maybe.
They're just gonna try him out, give him a trial for the rest of this season. They must be looking to do something to make to maximize that Jeremy Grant piece. Because you can turn that into some assets. And then, Philly, I don't know if, I had to get to it, man, but the Philly trade, the Philly and Brooklyn, who, in your opinion, who you think won that trade?
As far as what? Say it again?
With the Ben Simmons and Joel and Ben Simmons and James Harden.
Well, let me just say this. I think right off the bat, when I first heard about them talking about the trade, I thought that'll be a good look for Ben Simmons. You know, as they had him at the press conference the other day, I didn't know there was more things going on regarding him as far as his mental health. He had things that were going on personally in his family. I didn't realize that. And I can understand why he was doing the things that he was doing, but we didn't know that at the time. So with that being said, but just think about the potential of him playing in Brooklyn, playing with Kyrie and a healthy KD.
Right.
This guy is not looking to score. He's looking to play and make plays, play defense, distribute the ball. I think he's a perfect fit because they already have enough shooters on that Brooklyn squad. Now they got Curry. They got the big boy. They got the big guy there now too. They got another
Andre Drummond. He balling.
Come on, man.
They said it couldn't work. It really couldn't work in Philly, even with.
No, it didn't make no sense to have him there with Embiid.
Even with Embiid on the court, they said they occupy the same space in the paint.
Exactly. So now you got him in Brooklyn.
Now that you're in Brooklyn, you got Andre Drummond at your center. He play in the paint also. So how is that going to work out?
Now you got him at the center, right? Now you can put what you call it at the 4 because he was playing out of place. The kid from Oklahoma, Blake was playing out of position most of the time. Now you can put him in the right position. Not only that, you got the young kid they got there who plays center and forward as well.
Start over and give me your starting 5 for Brooklyn there. Everybody help me.
All right, but starting 5 for Brooklyn would be
you got Kyrie,
KD, Ben Simmons.
KD at the 2 guard or Steph Curry?
Steph Curry's gonna come off the bench. He ain't gonna be a starter. When you have those 3 guys, huh?
You still got Joe Harris.
Yeah, Joe might. Joe will probably play the 2 because he's been there. He's been the starter. So you can put Joe in there. I forgot about Joe. You got Joe. So you got Kyrie, Joe, KD, Ben Simmons, and you have Andre Drummond at the center.
At the 5. So that poses the same problem back in Philly, where they both, Ben Simmons really couldn't operate with another center, another big in the paint.
No. See, now it's different. Think about it. Different skill sets have a different development. Joe Embiid, right? He's a give me the ball kind of guy. He's things start from him, end with him. Drummond ain't like that. Drummond is like an old school kind of like, I'm gonna go out there, I'll work you, get my rebounds, I'll eat what I get. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of guy he is.
He's a cleanup guy.
He's a cleanup guy. Now Ben Simmons will go in there seamlessly because now he has 3 legitimate shooting guys on the court at the same time. It's not going to be an issue. Now, if you don't want to guard Ben Simmons, he's going to go to the basket and destroy you, literally destroy you.
And look, so would you start LaMarcus Aldridge at that 5?
No, I would have Marcus Aldridge coming off the bench. They need scoring power off the bench, and he'll fit perfect for that. He'll be perfect. Right,
you're right. Yeah, because that would fit perfect because once Kyrie and KD get going for the first 7-8 minutes of the quarter, first 6-7 minutes of the quarter, then you bring in Aldridge, sub him for Drummond.
Think about the guys they bring in.
He wants that baseline. He wants that baseline jumper. So that'd be perfect. That'd be a perfect give and go for him and Ben Simmons.
Right, and then you bring it in Curry, who now got more shooting freedoms. Now he got more shooting freedoms than he had at Philly.
Yeah.
Think about that. Okay, not only that, but you got Curry. You got this kid that killed them the other night, the rookie that killed the Knicks. I don't know nothing about this guy. The guy that killed the Knicks.
Cam Thomas.
Yo, man, the kid was pulling up from all over the place.
Boom, you know what's crazy about that is that the Lakers fucked up during the draft. They passed on Cam Thomas. The Lakers passed on Cam. Why are you looking for a Buddy Hield when you got the same exact player in Cam Thomas?
Yo, that guy's a pro. You're right. That's a good point.
Hey, look. Hell, they even wear the same number 24.
Yo, he looked like Buddy Hield the other night.
Hey, bro, he wear the same jersey number as Buddy Hield, But of course, you
Yeah.
win at 24 in LA.
Yo,
You know,
he
but
lit-
so
he
damn,
lit the
I mean, the
Knicks up
truth,
last
the
night,
signs,
bro.
the signs was right there. Like, damn, dude, we're at 24, just like Buddy Hield. He's
Yeah.
giving you, you know what I'm saying? Damn, he even got on the same jersey number as Kobe.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? All the signs is right there. All the
yo,
they passed
yo,
on him,
that
man.
kid, yo, I hope Nets can keep that dude, but I don't. The way he played last night, I know a lot of coaches saying we need
They
somebody
fucked
like
up.
that.
Hey,
Yeah,
look, man, the Lakers could have got him, and he would have fit right in. He wouldn't have bothered the luxury tax. He wouldn't have cost him no more money. He would have
Yo,
fit right
let me tell
in.
you something. Don't get me wrong. The kid that's playing for the Lakers now, what's the kid?
Malik Monk.
Not Malik Monk, the rookie guy from Oklahoma. What's his name?
Oh yeah, I like him. He could
Yo.
have played alongside him.
Yo, and he can shoot too. He got a nice shot. He's filling it. I guess he's filling it for Carmelo and those guys because they're hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, what's the story with Trevor Ariza, man? Is he even?
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, he doesn't play
He's
at all.
in there. He's been playing defense, hustling. You know.
But back to the Nets, man. Now,
But you know, the thing is, they did trade for Russell, but you know, like I said,
right.
Well, and that guy, you know, it would have been a nice fit to have Cam Thomas in there next to him.
Right.
But, the guy you talking about? Are you talking about Austin Reeves?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I like him.
He made some big.
Pickup.
He made some big plays the other night to help the Lakers get that win, that victory the other night against Utah Jazz. But back to the Philly situation. I think you know the Nets came out more better than Philly. But I tell you one thing, I'm looking to see how him and Harden is going to collaborate with each other. I can't wait to see that because that's going to be telling. That's going to be telling.
Yeah, you're going to see that.
Because Harden got to realize that's not his team. And he cannot be dribbling that ball, and doing what he's doing for the Nets.
None of that. Ain't going for it.
Embiid ain't going for that. Embiid is having an MVP season. You understand? So, this is where the good coaching comes from Doc Rivers and his coaching staff to let this guy know, okay, this is how we're going to do this, man. That's going to be the key to that. See, sometimes in basketball, it's not about the talent. It's how you get the talent to gel and play together. So, we'll see what happens.
And let me ask you, how do you feel about Miami and their roster? What are they missing in your opinion? They didn't really make no moves on the trade deadline.
I don't think, to be honest with you, Miami is not that bad off. I mean, I think they're doing okay. I mean, think about what they have. I mean, you already got Bam out of
Lowry at the one.
Huh?
You got Kyle Lowry at the one. At the two, you got Tyler Hero.
Right.
At the three, you got Jimmy Butler.
Yep.
At the four, you got one of the Morris brothers.
Yep.
But, you know, and at the five, you got Bam Adebayo. Now they're gonna need a four. Fine. They're gonna need a solid four going forward. Somebody who can guard Giannis. But I mean, if you ask me, I would try to go. I would try to shop for Bobo if I was them. Get Bobo at the four.
Well, don't the Celtics got Bobo?
No, they traded him to the Magic.
Oh, jeez. Okay. For who? For who? For draft pick?
Let's see what they traded him for. I don't know, man. They probably let him go for a bag of chips, man. You know how they do, man.
Oh my God, they trade these guys, man. I don't.
They traded him and Dozier.
Oh man, I don't know, man. It's something to think about, that's for sure, man. But
I mean, Bobo would help, you know, at that fourth position if you can get some defense out of him. Yeah. At Oregon, man, Bobo was I'm telling you, man, he was a monster on the defense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I don't know exactly who they traded Bobo for. Yeah, I think that's the deal. Yeah, that was the deal where they got cash, not the Houston deal. That was the deal, the Orlando.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. And some of the other teams, the contenders, I'm looking at Toronto. Are they going to be in the mix this year?
Toronto will make the playoffs, but I don't know how far they'll go. They got a decent team.
Right. I think they pretty much done. They're going. I don't know because you still got the point guard. What's the point guard?
You talking about the kid that's in the 3-point contest? What's his name? Oh man, how can I remember this guy's name, man? What's his name?
But they got rid of. They got Damn, let me see. Hold on, I can tell you his name. Let me look on here because my phone's dying. Let's see. Where they at? Right here.
Right.
Yeah, because you got who is that? Toronto. It's Fred VanVleet.
That's his name, Fred VanVleet.
Yeah. You got the guy from Portland, the 2 guard. I forgot whose son that was. I forgot his name. Yeah, the 2 guard. Help me out with the 2 guard. What's his name?
For Toronto Raptors.
Toronto Raptors, yeah, going forward. I mean, that shows you that right there alone tells you their destiny. We can't even remember their damn names. Yeah. Yeah, here you go. Let's see. Yeah, Gary Trent Jr.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And you got him, and then you got the small forward OG Anunoby.
Right.
Yeah. And you got Scotty Barnes at the 4, and I guess they playing Pascal Siakam. Well, he's still at the 4 also. So him and Scotty Barnes is just swapping in and out at that position.
Right.
They need a center, man. They ain't got a center. I don't think they'll go that far in the playoffs, like you said.
What's the guy? What's his name?
OG Anunoby.
Yeah, OB Anunoby. They got him. Yeah, and So him and
Pascal Siakam. They still got them boys. They got
Pascal Siakam can play the 2, the 3, and the 4.
Yeah, but they just need a center, man. Before they don't have to wait the all season to shit their spot up.
When you start talking about Toronto, I think they'll be in fighting for teams that make that last 7 spot for the playoffs.
I want to see what Utah gonna do this year. They still got you got Mike Conley,
right?
Donovan Mitchell, Jordan Clarkson. They traded away Joel Ingles. And but they still kept Bojan Bogdanovic. You got Rudy Gay coming off the bench. They got Eric Pascal from the Warriors.
Yeah, I saw that the other night. Yeah.
He's a solid pick. You got Gobert and Hassan Whiteside. So man, and the Suns got back Torrey Craig, man. So it's gonna be. Yeah, it's going to be a little upgrade. It's just an upgrade for a couple teams, man, going into the playoffs. So it'll be interesting.
Of course,
man. Anything else you want to cover, man? Because you talk about Philly with their roster?
Yeah, I think Philly is going to be interesting to see just if these guys can play with each other and can they, collaborate with each other. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not they can play well, because we know how James Harden and what he brings to the table, but we know what Embiid has been doing this season. So the key is, will he be able to fit in and do what he was doing in the early stages when he played for Brooklyn, which is distribute, move off the ball? Can he do that? Can Harden do that? Because that's what it's going to need to do to work with this team.
I mean, look, he started his career.
Are they going to be able to keyword? Are they going to be able to complement each other? That's going to be the key.
Yeah, I mean, you got Tobias Harris as a third option on the offense as well.
Right.
You got Paul Millsap. He's a veteran.
Right.
He'll have his voice in there. He'd be like a coach on the floor. And Tyrese.
But I tell you, they got this kid.
Got some guys that can play off of him.
They got the kid Maxey.
Yeah, they got some guys that can play off of him.
That can play, man. That can really play. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll stay up to date, man, with what's going on. And when James Harden, I think he make a return on the 10th, March 10th. I think
Yeah,
they play
probably
against
after the
the Clippers.
All-Star break. So listen, man, we know the All-Star game. Before I let you go, you let me go. Give me your predictions, man, on what do you think is going to happen with the 3-point contest, man? Who do you think going to be the MVP of the All-Star game this weekend?
Who's the 3-point contest? Who's the participants again?
You got you got the big boy Towns is in there, which was kind of interesting. Why he's in the 3-point contest? He's in there.
He might end up winning it.
Nah, he ain't winning.
Towns can shoot, man.
He can shoot, but he ain't
He
shooting
ain't
like
winning
that.
that, right?
He ain't shooting like that. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull. You should be able, let me see if I can pull that up.
Is Curry in it?
Maybe the brother, but not Steph. Maybe
You got
Steph.
McCollum in there. McCollum gonna take him down. McCollum going.
Nah, he ain't. McCullough proved that he couldn't even beat his boy. Who else? You got McCullough. Who else?
Luke Kennard in there.
See,
what
did I tell you? What did I tell you? He's my long horse, Luke Kennard. He's my long horse. I'm telling you.
Patty Mills and Fred VanVleet, they in there also.
So my two guys in the finals is VanVleet and Luke Kennard.
Oh right yeah, there. I can see that. Well, my two guys, I'm gonna say McCollum and I'm gonna say Karl Anthony Towns. I'm gonna go on a limb.
That's totally the opposite.
I'll be surprised if Trae Young get it, man. Because
Trae Young is in it too.
Huh?
Is Trae Young in it as well?
He in it as well. Yep.
See, you didn't tell me that. See, you didn't tell me that. That changes up my lineup now.
Okay, let me go back and run them off to you.
So Trae Young is in there as well.
Yeah, you got Fred VanVleet. Who else you got? Patty Mills, Luke Kennard. You got Desmond Bane, Zach LaVine, C.J. McCollum, Trae Young, and Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay, so I like Trae Young and Luke Kennard in the finals. There you go. There you have it.
That ain't bad. That ain't a bad selection. I told you.
Yeah, those are my two guys in the finals. Yo, why don't you put us there? Why don't you put
C.J. McCollum and Karl Anthony Towns might surprise you, man.
Oh, he can shoot, but he ain't on that level. No, he ain't on that. He ain't doing all that. Nah,
I'm not too confident, but I'm just.
I know you just yeah, but let me ask you, what about the slam dunk guys? Even that's an interesting group of guys as well.
Well, we're gonna wait around to the All-Star game before we cover that one.
All right, okay.
All
right. Keep it. So then we can also talk about who we think might be the MVP as well.
Yeah, we're gonna come on another subject. We'll talk about that, but this is just trades basically in the wake of trades. All right, so thank you guys for joining the Raw Sports Radio. Again, I'm your host Courtside, and I'm with Straight Talk Ted. Go check them out on the platform. You can check them out on Facebook and YouTube. Straight Talk Ted, and we'll see you guys next week.
Salute.
Salute.